All foodies who like tasty food that's also very healthy will love these surprise buns. It's infused with the health benefits of gongura and it's also made of whole wheat with a lot of yummy stuff inside. Let's see how to make it. The preparation for the filling involves marination. So here are the ingredients. I'm going to add the gongura to it. It's a powder that's shade dyed because the flavors and the freshness are retained. It's easy to use and it gives a great flavor to the chicken marinade that I'm preparing. There are other health benefits of gongura that we all need to know. It's actually full of antioxidants. It's got iron, folate, B6, calcium, magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, and it's so useful for strong and healthy bones and it boosts the immune system. Isn't that what we all look for right now? So this recipe is going to be yummy and so healthy. So that's the marinade, it's all ready. And I'm going to now put it in the fridge overnight. It's the next morning now and I've taken it out, and for the filling, I'm going to prepare it in such a simple manner. It's very easy, and I'm going to add gongura while cooking it too. So let me show you. I'll add oil to the pan and the sliced onions will first be nicely fried. It doesn't have to change color. First fry it on high heat for a while and then add the tomatoes. Cover and cook this for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, take it out, and now it's time to add the gongura powder. Stir it in well, and now cook uncovered. Don't cover it again. Cook uncovered till all the moisture is gone. Stir now and then. You can now add pepper if you wish and add the coriander leaves. Isn't it looking gorgeous? Now this can be eaten just as it is with your rice, with various things like rotis, puris, with dosa. You can also put it in sandwiches, wraps. It's multi-purpose. Now just check and cool. If necessary, add salt. Here are the ingredients for our buns. You can also make it with maida in case you want it extremely soft, but this also is very delicious. So add the sugar to lukewarm milk and add the yeast. Ensure that the yeast is active yeast. I use dry powdered yeast, instant yeast, and it should become frothy before you use it. Add the salt to the butter, mix it well, and now mix in the flours. Once the yeast is frothy, add the yeast and the milk mixture to the flour. So at first I mix with the spoon, and once the entire milk is added to the flour mixture, I start using my hand because that's the best way to judge. Now put in the reserved milk, go on adding little by little. You have to be patient. Now stir in the butter, make a soft dough. Remember, the butter is already having salt in it. You can add a little bit of water if you wish. Mix it well. If you have a dough maker, you can use that, of course. That will be more convenient. I usually use that, but I wanted to show you by kneading it with hands. Use oiled hands so it'll be easier. Stretch, pull, stretch, pull. If you can, if it's a firm surface, you can even bang it. You can enjoy yourself, feel the dough, enjoy the process. And if you feel the dough is stiff, you can add a little bit of water. Finally, bring it all together. Roll it into a ball and put it inside a oily bowl. Coat it with oil on all sides. I like to cover it with a shower cap and keep it aside in a warm space. Now initially it will rise, punch it down and then let it rise again. When it has risen for the second time, now take it out and divide it into approximately 12 balls. Now each ball, flatten it, bring it together so that the outer edge is smooth, and keep it aside covered. Keep each one nicely oiled and covered. Don't let it ever dry out. Now take each ball, flatten it so that the ball gets into a chapati-like dough. Remember, it will be rising again. The edges have to be flattened once more, and you will see the reason why a little later. Do the same to all the rolls. Flatten, make the edges even flatter. Keep it oiled and ready on a tray. Add vegetables if you wish to the filling that you kept ready. I use mozzarella cheese and make chunks out of it. Now we are ready to fill the buns. Add oil, and there are two methods to filling the buns. First is the method is when you add the filling first and then the cheese, and then pinch it well together. And this is why we had initially flattened the edges. Now you know. So pinch it well together and try to make firm even strokes to really make a nice round shape, as round as possible, and put it down in a tray. Space it out well. Now this is method 2, wherein you put the cheese first and then the filling. This is a slightly more tedious procedure to cover, but this gives a more attractive result finally. So this method is also something that you might like to try. Pinch it well together, give firm strokes to make the ball, and cover it well with oil. Now keep it aside covered for 20 minutes. The buns will become slightly larger in size. You can use the leftover filling for anything at all. It's so multi-purpose. Coat it well with egg wash, sprinkle whichever seeds you have like, and bake it at 150 degrees for 20 minutes till it becomes golden brown. Coat it with butter, just yum. So now we're going to open it out. Moment of truth. Just have a look at the inside. Doesn't it look absolutely scrumptious? Your family is going to love it. So I have shown you the look of both. This is the one with the cheese on top. These buns with chicken and cheese infused with health benefits of gongura are ready.